this is the Viper 4567 here with basically a TNA Impact review from last Wednesday. So I've decided to start doing TNA. As I said, I'm just doing one company at the moment, aren't I? So I said, fuck it, I'll do something different now for a change. So I'm going to do Impact every Saturday. Well, I couldn't do it yesterday because I had to do some things. So obviously I couldn't do it yesterday. Obviously I don't watch it on a Wednesday night. I would watch it on a Thursday or a Friday or whatever. But yeah, I thought this week's Impact was actually pretty good. I must say, we really enjoyed the show. Really, it was better than anything that was on Raw this week, I have to say, by a country fucking mile. Some 2 or 3 decent like the Knockouts match was absolutely fantastic. Better than anything I've seen on a Divas division for a long time. But yeah, so just I'm gonna do the pay-per-views as well, which whenever they do a pay-per-view, obviously. But so yeah, so let's get started, shall we? We start off the show with MVP Bobby Lashley and Kenny King. Basically, or what people call him now, the New Nation. MVP talks about Lashley being in a fight on Friday, which would have been last night, obviously. Some Bellator MMA, I think it's called. Basically calling him the toughest fighter in the world. Don't get why Lashley is going into MMA and then doing wrestling, because what happens if he gets injured or anything? Then obviously, see, I don't get that. Like, MMA, if he got hurt, we say, in the fight, he wouldn't be able to defend the TNA world title, because obviously he's the world champ. So apparently it's because the fact that it's on Spike TV as well, which TNA is as well. Just fix that. There we go. But I don't know. Lashley obviously does like MMA. He's done it before, so. Samoa Joe comes out, then Joe thinks Lashley's not the toughest fighter. I am, basically. MVP says he's the best in the world. Joe wants Lashley tonight, and he gets it. Joe gives Kenny King a nice right hand, gives one to MVP, but obviously the odds are against him, so they basically gang up on him until security can break them up. So tonight we're going to get Samoa Joe versus Lashley. First match then is for the Knockouts title, Gail King defeating Terrell. It was actually a really good match. This is the rubber match apparently, because they had a last knockout standing and a ladder match, which should tell you all you need to know about that, basically. This match was really good, better than, as I said, anything that was on the Divas division. Like, no disrespect to the Divas, they've had some good matches this year, but geez, this match blows it out of the water. Monkey flip from Taron, and then an inside cradle for 2 for Kim. They trade pinfalls, swinging neck breaker from Taron. Head scissors then for Gail Kim from the top rope, which was nice. Gail Kim then with a sweet neck breaker on the steel steps, which was fucking awesome. Crowd chant better than the Divas. I kind of agree on that one. I'll give them that. Gail Kim then with the eat defeat gets 2. Cutter Styling gets 2 for Terrell. Crossbody roll through gets the win for Gail Kim. So a good match, like, it was really good. They gave him time, like, it was really enjoyable. The crowd were really into it, and so was I. After the match then, Havoc made her debut by destroying the both of them, giving Gail Kim a lovely chokeslam. And actually, if I'm being honest here now, the photo of Havoc, when they're saying debuting, the first part of it looks like it's a dude. So I thought it was a dude. So apparently I was wrong. So then backstage, MVP talks about Bobby Roode and Eric Young basically plant the seed of basically both them going to kill each other, basically. So that's the first part of that one. Young basically tells him to go away. EC3 comes to the ring. He says he's sick of everyone. He talks about Dixie Carter going through the tables there a while back, thanks to Buddy Ray. Dixie's a saint. The charity is now over. The first victim is Rhino. He wants 3 things: Buddy Ray to be fired, basically, Hardcore to be gone and stay in the past, and all that crap. Number 3 is respect. Some dickhead in the crowd. I noticed this was wearing a John Cena Sucks t-shirt now. And then, see, this one pisses me off. For a TNA show, like, grand. But why are you wearing a fucking WWE t-shirt? Fair enough, it doesn't have WWE logos. Fair enough, I know that. But still, it has a WWE superstar like John Cena. And then, basically, the crowd, EC3 says, I've beaten them all. And then, basically, the crowd chant for CM Punk. And he goes, I'd love to be him too. Which was, I don't know. Rhino comes through the crowd, he texts EC3, he bails, and yeah. So tonight, basically, EC3 will take, Rhino will take on, basically, Rockstar Sport, EC3's manager, which is good for him, apparently. But yeah, I just think the fact that, and then there was a lot of NWO t-shirts, no disrespectful, like, this is not WCW or WWE, this is TNA. I don't know. It's the same with WWE. You could see a Ring of Honor t-shirt. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not saying you're not allowed to wear it, I just think it's fucking stupid. Like, that's like me wearing a WWE t-shirt now to say, I wore one a couple of years ago to an indie show, I think it was about 7 or 8 years ago. Like, I was only a young kid. That's different. If you're a kid, that's fine. Like, I'm only 24 now. That was 8 or 9 years ago. So, like, when you're... And plus, I wasn't a hardcore wrestling fan that I am to... Like, I'm more into wrestling now than I was, say, 8 or 9 years ago. So, I just think it's stupid, but hey, that's basically. Now, Shaw and Gunner take on Bram and Magnus. Okay match. Not even okay. Just wasn't great. Drop kick from Shaw, leg drop then as well from him. Vertical suplex from Magnus, and then a roll up with the tights to get the win after Gunner hurt his leg. So yeah, that's about it really. MVP then talks to Bobby Roode about Eric Young, basically planting the seed, as I was saying in the earlier part of the video. But basically it's not, I don't know, it kind of, I wouldn't say it worked really with Young, but I think Roode kind of had a little look on his face saying, could he be right here? But yeah. But then that leads to Bobby Roode defeating Eric Young in a good match to become the number 1 contender for the TNA World Heavyweight title. I thought the match was good. I'd probably have only one problem with the match, the fact that it was so short. I think it was like less than 10 minutes. Like, fair enough, I know this TNA is not as long as WWE, but with 3-hour slot or whatever. They only have the 2-hour slot, but like, come on. They could have easily took out that tag match and left fucking time for this, or take out all the segments. Like, there was a lot of promos on this card as well, if you think about it. But it was a good match, like, for what it was really good. Boot to the face from Bobby Roode on Eric Young, clothesline then from Young, then a missile dropkick gets 2 for him as well. High knee lift from Roode, followed up by a clothesline for 2. Swinging neck breaker then also gets 2 for Bobby Roode. Moonsault gets 2 for Young, and then a wheelbarrow gets 2 also for Eric Young. Bobby Roode then gets in a crossface, but Young gets out of it. Sweet DDT then from Young, that was beautiful. Goes up top and does a diving elbow for 2. They both trade pinfalls, and then the winner comes thanks to the Roode bomb, and obviously that gets the win. So, good match though. It was a good match. The crowd were into the match. They were kind of split between the two, obviously. Cause I think they're both faces. So yeah, good match. As I said, I wish even if it went just another 3 or 4 minutes, they could have took out maybe the Rhino and Rockstar Spud match, would say, because that didn't go long, but like it still we could have had it on to this match. It was pretty good. Probably wouldn't have been as good as that big match they had 2 weeks ago. Obviously, that big fucking 6 sides of steel thing. And yeah, so they shake hands after the match, which was pretty cool as well. So yeah, then Bobby Roode gets interviewed by some guy, and then Lashley comes to him and goes face to face with him. Then so yeah, next match then we have a 6-man X Division number 1 contenders match. In this match was Low Key, Manic, Homicide, Turin Uno, Crazy Steve, and what's that other fucking dope? Who's the other dope? Oh shit. DJ Z. There we go. Sorry, I don't actually have notes. I'm reading them on my computer. I don't actually have it. But it's an okay match. Like, I think it was a 1 pinfall match, and to have 6 men in it, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. You have to have in my opinion, you should do an elimination style match, because it makes more sense. Because granted, you can have these type of matches, it can still be quite good, but this one wasn't. It was just okay. It wasn't anything special. Insecure from Uno on Homicide, Powerbomb from Low Key, and Crossbody from Manic, or as I just call him at the time, Suicide, because obviously he's wearing the Suicide. That's who he was basically. Base Bay then from Homicide, missile dropkick from Uno, Homicide then, and Suicide drop Uno and Low Key onto the other guys on the outside. RKO like moved in from Homicide. It's like, I think it was Manic comes off the rope and he drops him down like an RKO basically. It was absolutely fucking brilliant. It was absolutely excellent, and the Braino Killer gets the win. And a good match, to be quite fair. After the match then, James Storm and fucking the Great Sonata come out, and Sonata just gives fucking Manic a super kick, and then they bring him back to stage. Yeah. Then Austin Aries comes out, he talks about James Storm and the Great Sonata, or Sonata, whatever his name is, and the green mist he got the past week on Impact. He says Storm keeps talking about greatness, champions, and a legend. And Eric says he is not a legend, legendary something, or something like that. Obviously he sweared, obviously the censor came up and all that. Basically he talks into Sonata saying that you've pissed off Japan and all that, obviously the great Muta and all that. And basically who comes out? Only fucking Tajiri. Haven't seen Tajiri in about 8 years. Oh, I was delighted to see him. Damn, he looks old. I know obviously he does, but looks old. They got rid of him and helping Aries. So next week then we get Tajiri and Austin Aries versus the Great Sonata and James Storm. So interesting to see how that gets along as well. So next match then, Rhino defeats Rockstar. Spoiled in a shit match. Like, Rhino dominated the match. EC3 just stood down on the outside. Gore gets the win. That's the nicest thing I can say about the match. Next match then, Lashley defeats Samoa Joe in an okay match. Wasn't too bad. They fall on the outside. Lashley rams Joe into the steps, then a takedown from Joe. And Segura then from him as well, and the neck breaker gets 2 for Bobby Lashley. Big boo from Joe, and then a power slam gets 2 for Joe. Full Nelson slam gets 2 for Lashley after Kenny King getting involved, and obviously Joe getting rid of him, and then the spear gets the win. So basically, big assist to Kenny King. That's how he got the win. But still, it was a decent match. Like, it's an okay to decent match. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next week on Impact. To be sure, because obviously we have the second of the 3 matches for the tag titles, the triple threat. It's going to be a tables match, obviously, between Team 3D, the Hardys, and the Wolves. So I'm looking forward to that, actually. Overall, Impact was pretty decent. Pretty good. I enjoyed watching it. I didn't feel like fast forwarding anything like I do on Raw. Not saying TNA is better than WWE at the moment. I wouldn't say that, but I just think their matches are slightly better at the moment. But it's a shame what's going on in TNA. That's why I'm starting to review them, just in case they do go out of business. I'd like to review the last couple of it. Hopefully they won't, but at the moment it just looks like they probably will at the current moments, but hopefully not, fingers crossed. But pretty good show, better than Raw by a country mile, if I'm being completely honest. And like, this was only a 2-hour show, so I'll be back maybe next Friday or Saturday with another Impact review. So I'll be back on Tuesday with I think it's the Attitude Era. It is. It's back with the Attitude Era. Will be Backlash. No, not Backlash. No, Tuesday. I don't think it's actually Backlash, but whatever I have left, I'll be putting it up. So this is the Viper 4567, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later. So take it easy.